Happy 4th of July, my homies and my homegirls.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to another episode of the Inner Circle podcast. For the people watching us live, for the people that are going to be listening to us on the 4th of July while barbecuing, thank you very so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for watching. How's my
How I'm doing? I'm good. I'm great. I'm fabulous. Um,
Look, thank you for being
awesome. That's
Mhm.
cute. Where'd you get that?
I got it at work.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know,
Oh,
right? My new drinking cup, sippy cup.
sippy cup. I love cups. I got a cup from my boss that is like it's from, I think it's from Starbucks, but it's like those bedazzled, like it looks like not the Stanley Cup. Is that what they call it? Stanley Cup or whatever?
Is it the Stanley Cups? Oh God, these fucking
No,
Stanley.
it's not. I don't understand why people are like so obsessed with those, but it's a nice, you could put like you could put frozen, you could put juice, you could put iced coffee. I use it for my iced coffee, but I love it. How am I doing? I'm great. Looking forward to this long ass weekend because I'm
Mhm.
off tomorrow and Friday. And Friday I made plans to get a massage. And what else am I doing Friday? Oh, I'm supposed to hang out with my friend. I need we've been craving, me and my friend, well, my cousin. I call her a cousin friend. We've been craving seafood for a while, and we have this place that we go to in the city called Claw Daddies, and we're gonna
Mhm.
go. Don't stalk us, anyone, if you hear this. But
Well,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
excited.
say what time of day, yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll see. Or maybe I might try something new because I'm so sick and tired of like going to the same seafood spot. There's a lot of new places. I'm always sending you reels of places that I want to check out, seafood places. But yeah. How are you doing?
Me,
Bitch
I
with your
am.
with your sunnies?
Listen, listen. I watch a lot of podcasts, right?
Oh my lord.
Lately, and I just wanted to feel my douche because I've always seen some guy like sometimes I see different podcasts out there with men with like their glasses on their inside, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh. So I
There's
just
a
wanted to.
podcast. I watch a podcast where like some guys do that and they're like, it's I don't want to put their name, like I'm not trying to give them free advertisement, but they're all wearing sunglasses and they're indoors and they're all like talking on microphones and shit. And it's cute, I guess. Like as long as the content is good, I'll be listening and watching. That's great.
So I thought I feel my oaths and my doucheness because there's
Bitch,
a
you look
douche.
like you in disguise.
You have to admit there's a doucheness to wearing sunglasses indoors.
A
And
doucheness?
don't you think that's the word that comes to mind for me?
As a New
Doucheness.
Yorker, do you feel like wearing sunglasses in the train or on the bus? Do you consider that to be douchey behavior, or do you consider that to be like the
No,
norm, like it's fine
norm.
because you're
It's
outside?
light outside. It's still light outside. It's at
Hmm.
night where it's like, okay, why are you wearing sunglasses at night? Like, but
Yeah,
it's the fashion, or maybe some, trying to hide the Molly, the E, or the Coke.
well, hey now, I need it. I just want it because I don't. I'm not interested in like brightness, but okay.
But yeah,
Um,
let's have these sunglasses so people can see into my soul, into my pretty eyes. Nah, but no, but let's this weekend
we have to wrap up Pride.
we wrapped up Pride. We had to wrap up Pride, although we tried to close that shit. Like we said, we posted a meme that was pretty funny. People really enjoyed. Like you got 3 more days and then wrap that shit up, man. But Friday we got to hang out. Spontaneously, you joined me.
Hmm.
I love that. I love spontaneity, especially like for the kickoff of the summer. We told ourselves we wanted to be. I'm calling it Social Summer 2024. I've been using it, girl. That's what I've been this whole weekend. I've been telling people, and even people that I talk to, friends. I'm like, I owe it to myself to have my social summer 2024.
For me, I don't think it's being social. It's more so being spontaneous because, like, I'm already social as it is. Like, I'm social at work. Sometimes I'm more social than I want to be. But I think, like, being spontaneous in certain situations, like you're being like, hey, I'm just going to go downtown and have a drink at XYZ. You want to join me? You can. Like, that's fine. I think I had a good time, and it was a time was had. And also, it was really funny running into like guests from the podcast. It was like breaking the wall, honey.
Right, right.
Yeah,
It was so cool, and this is exactly, and this is one of the things that we've talked about leading into the summer. Um, it's these moments. It's these
yeah.
moments. But I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay, I wasn't gonna use a certain word, but like afterwards, we're like, yo, we should have taken pictures and stuff, and
I
like,
thought about it, but I was, bitch, I was on the go. I needed to
you
take
were
my
literally
Uber,
on the
was
go. You were
outside
waiting for your
waiting for
Uber.
me. So, do
Yeah,
you want me to set the scene for everyone? Let
yeah.
me let me set the scene for you guys. We're outside one of our hangouts, Boxers in Hell's Kitchen. And obviously this is around Pride weekend and like yeah, basically the kickoff of Pride weekend in New
Friday.
York. And we I see from my peripheral, I see Nigel from who was a guest host. He was a guest on our show not too long ago,
Yes.
and he's from one of the contestants and winner of season 2 for the Love of Dilfs. And I said to Charlie, isn't that Nigel? Oh my God, from Love of Dilfs. And he goes, oh yeah. And then I said, wait a minute, wait, before I even saw Nigel, I take this back. I'm sorry, run it back, run it back. I saw Anthony. I saw Anthony first. I recognized the face. And I said, Charlie, isn't
That's
that like
really cool.
Anthony? The guy
Yeah.
that dates like Daniel or something, the twin. And then you were like, yeah. And he goes, oh, wow. It's all of them. Before I could say anything, before I could even like acknowledge them or like try to get their attention, I was just staring at them and smiling. And Nigel saw
Yep.
us from a distance and was like, I know that's not who I think it is. And like ran up to us and gave us hugs and obviously introduced us to the other cast members. Anthony was there,
So
Barry and
dope, so
Marcus.
nice, and so like
Very sweet.
yeah, so
I
dope.
I said hello to everyone, but I also said my goodbyes at the same time because I was literally like my Uber had just pulled up and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, guys, love you. Happy Pride. I'm leaving. I messaged him after and I said, it was great running into you. Hope you had so much fun. And he replied and was like, yeah, it was amazing. So I love little moments like that because it makes it worthwhile with like running
Exactly.
into guests. And you know how we are when it comes to like, we don't just have people on just to have them on. We like to have a connection with them and
Yeah.
also like keep the connection because I don't believe in like we're very selective of who comes on the show. We've been more selective lately
Yeah.
after a couple instances. Anyway, so I think that we obviously build like a friendship or like get to know people when they come on, especially a guest, and just
We
that
also
was really
thankful, not
cool.
to cut you off, but we're also thankful for those guys taking their time and even or taking a
Exactly.
chance on us and coming on. So it's like
Exactly.
it's not just like let like it's we're genuine. That's one thing about us, and that's one thing that I remind myself. I'm like, yo, like just keep going because period wherever life takes us, building these connections and that repertoire, people seeing like the real, like we're genuine fucking people, is
Yeah.
gonna get us far. Like it's gonna get us far. You don't always have to be conniving, digging, backstabbing, or whatever to like get
Or
by.
competitive, like
It
bitch, there's room
happens
for everyone.
for some people, but the real genuineness and stuff, like for real, that's people like us are blessed even bigger. So it was so
Precisely.
dope.
And the fact of the matter is that like if we have guests that are locals and they're around the area, why not hang out with them? Why not
Yeah.
like try to set up things? So that's why when it comes to like being spontaneous and going to events, whether it's an event that a guest was is featured in or
Mhm.
being in the same vicinity, I think that that's great. A lot of times that's how we've met our guests actually. One person I can think of at the top of my head is Tony Forrest.
Mhm.
We met him
Mhm.
casually, and also Why is his name leaving me? Because he has a freaking nickname, but Flex's bestie. He lives in
Um,
Texas.
oh, oh, but why am I have
I
Freddie?
why am I thinking his name starts with an F? But you know who I'm talking
Freddie.
about.
Yeah, Freddie.
Freddie. I knew it was something with an F.
Yeah,
But hey,
yeah.
girl. Anyway, so yeah, Pride was great. I didn't go out for the weekend. I was debilitated, girl cramps. But I know
Hmm.
you had a time. So tell us how that went.
It was great. Listen, Saturday I stayed in. Saturday I want to. Um, again, it's. I'm gonna share it because I like to like be transparent as well and give a little thing. But like, Saturday it threw me off because I had a whole vision this weekend. I had a whole vision this week, and I'm like, fuck it. This pod is gonna be different. I'm gonna have a good time, and I had a vision, and because Friday kicked it off. Okay, but um, Saturday threw me for a loop. Saturday really threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, everyone knows I'm a dog. Well, not everyone knows. If y'all don't know, I'm a dog dad. My dog Gizmo. I've had actually going this month. At the end of this month, I will have him for 9 years. He's 9 years old. He turned 9 in May. Same birthday as my mom. I've said this story before, but literally same birthday as my mom because I asked when I picked him up that July in 2015. I said, when was he born? When was the little born? And she said, May 17th. And I literally, the person I was with at that time, I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, literally, you could ask that person. That's what I said out loud. Like, shut the fuck up. What are the fucking odds? All the same birthday as my mom, a stubborn
Yeah.
fucking Tauruses. So I always love that. And I shared that real quick with my mom and all that. But, anyways, I got him in July, so it's gonna be 9 years. But Saturday, I had felt early in the week before Saturday, around his neck area, like a little lump or like a little ball type of thing. I had asked someone else to like, hey, could you like feel the neck? Like I feel something. I don't know if I'm tripping. Um, because worry warts like me sometimes gets too deep. So it's like,
Yeah.
um, so I'm like, okay, so I don't feel nothing or whatever. So I'm like, So that Saturday, I'm like, now that I have another person here, like in right with me, let me feel the part and like let me feel so thing. And I did it again, and I felt it, and then I like basically maneuvered that person's hand like on the neck. Excuse me, and he felt the ball that I felt, like that little lump. So you know, I listen. It's cancer season. It's all in the celestial skies. So if you're feeling emo out there and you're
Yeah.
listening to this,
I'm a
it's
Cancer moon and Cancer rising, so like I it's hitting me,
it's
bitch.
a thing right now. Absolutely. And you're on your woo
Well,
girl.
I'm done now, hallelujah. But I
Oh,
was
it's so
basically,
by that quick.
yeah. Shout out to
Oh,
birth
okay.
control.
Okay, okay. You
Because
see, I don't know. You see, I don't
birth
know.
control regulates like female women's periods, and like what would normally be like 7 days, some for me is only like literally like 4 or less, which is great.
All
So
right. Well,
back to business.
yeah, and I just broke down. Like I broke down. Like I
Yeah,
lost it. I
that got me
lost it.
down too.
I was on and off throughout the day crying.
Yeah,
you know, listen, men who cry, men who are in touch with their emotions, that's a beautiful thing, baby. Like that's like if I had a boyfriend, I seen him cry, I just want to like love on him even more. Like that's beautiful. Like
have
I
I
think,
ever had a crier? I don't think so.
listen, I think it's sexy. Well, anyways, I was just crying throughout the whole day.
I
Uh,
know you were like voice texting me, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
I lost it. I called the doctor, the vet, real quick. Thank God for doggy insurance. He's been on it since the year I got home. So calculate my a monthly insurance times 9. That much I love my dog, but Even at points where I didn't have insurance, that little motherfucker has insurance. But
Cause fuck me, not my dog.
right, exactly, right. But I made an appointment. It's coming up because they're busy and stuff. He's still like is happy go lucky, no different in moods and stuff. Like he's still normal him. But I still got to check it because lumps and all that shit is always associated with things, and
Yeah.
my mind just goes to the worst place. So I'm hoping for the best. That threw me off. That really did throw me off Saturday. Plus, then allergies out of nowhere on Saturday, and I
Oh,
was just
bitch,
sneezing
I
all
was
day.
going through it. I was
I
going
was
through
like,
my
I
allergies.
was like, oh fuck this. Like I had plans. I was invited to a birthday party, and other people asking me what I'm doing, and this is so it's like. But Sunday, I made up for it, and I'm mad because I didn't upload a picture I wanted to upload of myself. But if you follow us on Instagram, go and check it out. Check out my reel of my pride coverage, and you will see the shirt.
I have a
Um,
question about that shirt. Where'd
the
you get
shirt.
it?
Okay,
What inspired it? And like, I loved it. I thought it was cool.
listen. Um, I going into this pride, I know I wanted to go back to my roots. And to explain my roots, it's like back in my early 20s, like when I used to, especially you remember Abercrombie and Fitch. You know Abercrombie and Fitch, girl. They had a lot of controversial shirts. I worked for Abercrombie and Fitch at one point. And I've always been someone who liked to be a little sassy and push the envelope. So basically, I'm like going into this part, I'm like, I want to wear something that's gonna be spicy.
Feeling
I
like
want to stand
what
out.
is it?
No,
Feeling
no,
like something. Feeling like cunt.
yeah. Okay. But no, I wanted to feel a little spicy. I felt this way since like April, May, going into like knowing about this pride and looking forward to this pride. Um, and Anita actually, and her video, she is like an 8-minute one funk thing or whatever, like basically snippets
Yeah.
of all her performing. She has a shirt that I love, and I said it out loud, like when we were like out loud to friends. Um, I want that shirt. I hate what is it? I hate sex, which is the oxymoron, right?
Yeah.
Of me wearing that out. So I wanted to wear. I was like, I would like to get that done or thing, but
I
she
know
has
some
it.
sex haters.
Huh?
Nothing. I said I know some sex haters.
No. So like, I wanted that, but then I seen on this certain site that I follow, this shirt pop up, and I was like, it was the Mortal Kombat. It was a gameplay on Mortal Kombat, the video game, where at the end, if you know, you know. Growing up, Mortal Kombat was one of my favorite games. I love the movies. I love Mortal Kombat. Like that's why I
Yeah.
even want PS5 for like the new Mortal Kombat. I still don't have it, but um, I had to do it. I'm like,
What does
instead
the
of
shirt say? You need to describe it so people can know. They probably
okay,
haven't
so
seen
let
it.
me let me
The
let me
shirt.
let me pull up.
Well, you look for the picture. I'll give a description. It's two guys, one standing up, one on his knees, and the basically the title says "Finish him." Zoom in, bitch. Yeah, move it. Yeah, move it closer. It's a nice shirt. I thought it was cool. I love the graphics is very Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I loved it. I was like, oh, okay, bitch, that's what we're doing. Good, giving Spencer's. Remember that store in the mall,
Yeah,
Spencer?
yeah, yeah.
That it
Listen.
was giving that vibe.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people. I'm not even trying to toot my horn. You know I'm a humble motherfucker. But a lot of people was like, "You won Pride, best shirt. You did that. You a lot." And a few people said that you won Pride. Remark. But I heard a lot of like, "You did that. Oh
I
my
thought
God,
that
your
was a
shirt.
great shirt.
Oh,
The
can I take a
outfit,
picture of your shirt?"
10 out of 10. Good job.
Thank you, thank you. And listen, coming from you, bitch, it means a lot. When when she does fire emojis or even comments on the picture,
Which I
she may
don't do a
like it.
lot.
He may like it, but when she does a comment, you know she likes it.
Mm-hmm.
So that means a lot. That means a
No
lot.
tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. There were some people that had, cute outfits, but it was very redundant. You see the typical band shirts, you see the typical like
Yeah.
Shein outfits. Fine, kudos to you. But I thought that was cute. I love the play on words, the double entendre,
I
the
love a
ode,
good.
the ode to old classic, a millennial classic. And I just kept thinking the fucking song, bitch, because you played it in your stories. You had the theme song. I was gagged.
Pisces able to put it all together, honey.
Yeah.
The look, the song, the throwback, so you could all connect it. If you know, baby.
Who knew game for the straights would be dedicated to the gays?
Listen. Believe it or not, a lot of gays that did play video games, when they play video games, they love doing the the fighting games, especially to
Yeah.
play with girls.
Yeah.
Especially to play with the girls. I always chose Katana,
Katana
Melina,
too.
Sonya.
I like the dudes, but
You like this? What you see? Look at us.
my mom thought I was a lesbian because I love playing the wrestling games, the football games, but like the fighting games, I will always choose the guys.
With the wrestling games, I got into the wrestling games a little bit with my brothers in the early 2000s. But
Yeah.
the reason why I got into it is because there was this certain game that you could create your thing. So I would create like Britney Spears,
Where is
play
it?
with my Britney Spears character. Ask my
Oh my
brothers.
god.
My brothers, and I always used to play Trish Stratus too and dress her up and change her outfits. No, for real, ask my brothers. They would tell you. That's the only time I got into like some type of wrestling game, and that's the like year that I got into wrestling, because I did get into wrestling for 1 year. It was all over. My mom was dating someone who was into it, so she would watch it with him.
I
My
always
brother
loved wrestling. My mom, I would watch wrestling and like my mom would be like, "Oh, you guys got to go to sleep." And I would be watching pay-per-view and like putting a towel on the bottom of the floor so she wouldn't see the light reflecting. And she thought I was sleeping, but me and Lucy were up watching like the freaking pay-per-view shit. Oh, it was crazy. She would find out after she saw the build. But you know, so Pride was great. I think that like this year it came and went. I will say it
Yeah.
wasn't very like in your face. I'm
There was
glad
so
that I
much
got to
stuff going
partake.
on, bro.
What?
A lot of events, a lot
Oh,
of things going on. Like it's like, where do you go? What do you do?
yeah.
Like, and then to travel back and forth through New York, through the city, too, and even through Brooklyn, there was a lot of events. There was a lot of events. It was a
Hmm.
lot.
Well, I'm
Like
glad.
it's good choices. I love choices, but it's like sometimes it's too much when like,
But you're
especially if
showing. Okay, now you're complaining. You're showing your age.
I guess so. Yeah, yeah. But another thing that went down this Pride weekend was the BET Awards, which this is always conflicting for me, that they really have their awards the last Sunday. I'm like, do you not know the gays are out? Especially in New York, you're losing a lot of viewerships of people that will actually watch if you didn't have the BET Awards on Gay Pride Sunday, especially in New York. And
Yeah.
people also travel from outside. On Friday, I was out pretty early on. On Friday, you know how many gays I seen with their luggages coming from JFK, and I know they're coming because it's like they're coming. The direction I was traveling is like they have to be coming. You see them coming or whatever. I was on the E, obviously that's JFK. I'm like, damn, people are really in here for like Gay Pride weekend, and the posts from people that I know that are not from here. So it's like y'all losing viewership. But anyways, the BET Awards was this Sunday
Where was it?
on BET.
I know, but where was it? Where did they? Where
Oh,
was
in LA, California.
LA?
There's
I'm like,
Aaron.
I know it's on the channel, but
Oh, my bad. Arrington Foster, who's been on the show a few times, he is part of Family Business, which drops tomorrow on BET Plus. Make sure to watch. Listen, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I started watching. Like, I really got into it,
yeah.
and I'm excited for this season. I'm really excited and looking forward. Family Business. 4th of July tomorrow. I have something to like watch this weekend. I can't wait. But Arrington Foster has been on the show. He was at the BET Awards as well. And yeah, it was in California. So did you watch it? Like,
I saw, so I didn't watch it in real time, but I saw a bunch of clips. The only parts that I wanted to see were the parts that I watched. And first of all, I just want to give Victoria Monet her flowers because she went from performing like the opening, I think last year or the year before, because she got rejected from um, performing in MTV. She got rejected from performing in MTV VMAs. They specifically said you're not really that famous yet for you to be performing. Give it a couple, when your single drops, we'll rediscuss. That's what they told her. BT gave her the opportunity, and now for her to like basically close the show and have her performance with that song, all right, that's my jam.
Oh, wait, she
She did
closed
the
this
jam.
before?
Technically she did. Yeah. Who, I mean, besides her, was it Lotto? That was not a performance.
Oh,
She,
you mean the Usher tribute or Victoria Monet's own performance?
her own performance. That performance was towards the end. The
Oh well, the thing is, I don't know because I was out. I watched it the next day. I caught up like with all the watched the performances.
yeah.
Read up on things that like I guess happen and stuff. I don't even know the full list of winners. I know Victoria Monet did win one. Um,
She did.
I'm not. Listen, we come from an age where we were into award shows, especially the VMAs back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I for myself, like invested as a teenager, like it was announced, like the thing and who's gonna win, and voting for the categories you could vote, and watching it like religiously, like who's gonna. So, but I think it's safe to say as we've grown older, we've fallen out of the award thing. So I don't know exactly what happened in all the winners. I don't know if you want to pull up some things, but
I can. I will say though, for the Usher tribute, I thought it was great. I thought it was kind of ironic that it was all women performing. Like I know Kiki Palmer performed with someone. Well,
some people were bothered by that.
that it was all women.
That it was a lot of women. Some people were like, "Why not men? Where's the men?" And suggesting men
I
that.
mean, what other guy could have done a better job? Neo, maybe Chris Brown, maybe Tank. I don't know. There's a lot of R&B singers that could have
Tyrese
done a
was in
better
the
job.
building. Tyrese was actually at the BET Awards. He could have performed. He actually was in the video for Usher's My Way.
Tyrese couldn't. I don't think Tyrese would be the type to give the flowers to or to perform for
I think
Usher
so.
because they came up at the same time. It has to be
He was
someone that's
also
like
in
relatively
Usher's
new.
video. He was in Usher's video as just a model.
Oh, he
before
was in the My Way video.
Yeah. So I think he would have. I think he would have, especially just to
I
get
thought
like.
it was weird that Jermaine Dupri wasn't even there. Like the manager, that the producer slash manager or whoever, whatever the fuck he was to Usher, that basically came up with Usher and like brought him to the masses.
Well, I thought a lot of people were bothered by it, but I actually thought that it was pretty cool that it was like women, a lot of women who.
I thought it was great, especially on Pride. Hello.
I thought it was cool. It's like, listen, I don't know why people are so bothered. Like, oh, women, women, women. Like, the industry has been dominated by men. So, like, let the women have their flowers. And I think, especially right now, a lot of women, especially in the rap game, I've even thought this, like, wow, there's a lot of them now. Where back when we were growing up, it was like selected. You could count.
The only thing that bothered me, and I'm gonna keep it real, Lotto, when she had to sing, yeah. First of all, you didn't need Lotto to perform that. Usher could have performed it, or they could have gotten Ludacris. They could have gotten Lil Jon. They could have gotten someone from Atlanta to like perform that. And yes, Lotto's from Atlanta, but I don't think she doesn't have the voice or like I don't know. I don't think she should have done that. But yeah, the winners for best new artist, it was Tyla from South Africa. She's cute. I like her music. Best or female hip hop artist, Nicki Minaj. She beat Cardi B, Glorilla, and Megan Thee Stallion and Lotto.
She wasn't even there.
Again, international act, Tyla won. Best new international act, Makatsi. I don't know who that is, but okay, cute. Let me see who else. Viewer's Choice, Texas Hold'em, Beyonce. Best male hip hop artist, Kendrick Lamar. Obviously, he beat Drake. Lifetime Achievement Award, obviously Usher. Album of the Year, I was confused by this, but Killer Mike by Michael or Michael by Killer Mike. It was between For All the Dogs with Drake, Coming Home Usher, 1111 Chris Brown, American Dream 21 Savage, A Gift and a Curse Gunna, and Pink Friday 2 Nicki Minaj.
And who
So
the hell is Mike?
I don't know who Killer. I mean, Killer Mike sounds familiar to me, but to win album of the year, that shit's crazy. If anyone in the comments knows who's Killer Mike and can throw out a song that I will know, let me know. I will stand corrected.
First of all, Chris Brown, I know, like, Nicki Minaj won and Beyonce won and they weren't there. Chris Brown could have won. Listen, 1111 album, and he expanded it because you know Chris Brown always does a deluxe edition that then has 40 songs with the original thing. Even with the expanded one, I like it. I like the expanded. Listen, Chris Brown, that motherfucker has won me over. He's been doing his thing. His music, it hits. Like, I like his music lately.
All right, so Wave, shout out to Wave God. Thank you. He said he's an activist type rapper. Honestly, I'm Team Kendrick. I'm Team Kendrick, but for album of the year, I would have even been okay. I mean, I would want Jaguar 2 by Victoria Monet to win, but even if Drake won, maybe I would be okay. But Homeboy Killer Mike, I don't know who you is. R&B/pop artist Usher won. Female pop artist This SZA won. That's fine.
So they have a pop artist category?
The pop artist is basically R&B/pop.
Okay.
BT does not believe in pop, honey. Collaboration, J. Cole, Lil Durk, All My Life. That song is like annoying to me, but at the same time, like it's an earworm. Like, all my life, it's so annoying. What should have won is Rich Baby Daddy because that shit is everywhere. Do you know the Rich Baby Daddy? Yeah, you have little ass kids singing that shit.
Take that ass from me.
No one's heard of Killer Mike. That's the crazy part. Best Actress Regina King. I didn't know that they had like a acting category.
Yeah, they always did.
Sportswoman of the Year, Angel Reese.
They've always done that too.
Simone Biles lost. Coco Gauff, who won the fucking tennis, what is it? The US Open, she lost. That's crazy to me. And then Video of the Year, Victoria Monet on My Mama. That's a good that was good. Best actor, Denzel Washington. Has he been in a movie recently? Or am I just like late?
The Equalizer 3, which came out last year, but remember, depending where it came out last year, it then qualifies for this year.
So, okay, that's fine.
Can I speak real quick on Victoria Monet?
She's so hot.
All right, be nominated for Video of the Year next year because that video is wow. It's like I love when there's some artists that give me a video that takes me back to back when they made good pop. Or like even R&B back when they made good fucking videos, like boom.
Yeah.
She did that video. If you haven't watched, I know streaming killed the video star, if that makes any sense. But with that being said, like she is a play on when video killed the radio star, but now streaming killed the video star. But anyways, Victoria Monet, listen, I'm hooked on this All Right song.
You're welcome.
You definitely put me onto that one.
Bitch, that is my shit.
Put me on to Rhea because Rhea, someone else put me on years before.
Rhea.
Ray,
not Rhea, bitch. Her real name is Rachel, but they call her Ray. The British singer.
I tested because someone else put me on, and I told you that. Before
oh Lord,
and you in London, and I brought it up to you, and I'm like, But anyways.
Okay, before you start spilling the tea, the movie section, I was a little bit Confucius. So I'm gonna give you the categories, and you tell me who you think should win. Bob Marley, One Love, The Equalizer 3, American Fiction, The Color Purple, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, The Little Mermaid, The Book of Clarence, or Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Who do you think should have won?
Out of all those.
And did you see any of these?
I seen The Little Mermaid.
Of course you did.
Who else? Who? I did not see the Color Purple. I didn't see Beyonce's Renaissance film. I see the concert live. Um,
We don't need to see no movie when we were there in real time. So the
okay.
winner was Bob Marley One Love. I went to go see the movie. I went with my brother actually. It was a good movie. It was cute. I love Bob Marley and the Wailers. So like listening to the music and stuff, and it was great. But I don't know. This was everything else. I feel like was not that great. But then again, I didn't watch any of these movies. The only one I saw was Bob Marley. But that was cute.
What did you think of did you see anything on Taraji and as a host? Like again, we only
Yeah.
watched like
So Taraji P. Henson was the guest host, and I think she's cool. Like she's funny. I like that she got into character and was like, making people laugh. However, I think she fucked up at one point because she confused one influencer with Keith Lee, the influencer slash boxer slash like food
he
critic.
was in his seat.
Yeah, he was at he Keith Lee does not like attention like that. He's very humble. He was happy where he was, but they showed his wife who was sitting next to him, and like she made a face, and he had to like put out a video and was like, "Look, we're not mad at Taraji. Like mistakes happen, it's fine. But you guys are trying to spin this narrative that my wife was jealous or mad. She wasn't jealous. She was just confused because Taraji's making these like, oh, Mr. Lee, you can call me anytime. Everyone knows Keith Lee is married, one, and two, you're pointing at the wrong dude. It was, I don't know. I feel like she got set up. And like, if you're gonna be the host, mommy, do your research. Don't just like go and assume that someone is someone without knowing. That was weird. But me, I would take it all the way back. If I could have my guest host next time for BET or any movie awards, it would be Sean and Marlon Wayans. They were the best hosts ever.
When
And
they
Chris
hosted
Rock.
the 2000 MTV Awards.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Chris Rock too. That shit
Yes.
was amazing.
1999. Wait, he did 98. He did 98 or 99? He did
I don't know.
99.
It was 90 something, but that shit was hilarious. And I remember Marlon being bare ass, showing his bare ass and making fun of Macy Gray.
The good.
Mhm.
What a
Wait,
time to be alive. What a time to be
speaking,
alive.
speaking of Macy Gray, did you see the list of like the new people that are
This
gonna
was-
be the
yeah.
surreal life?
Macy
How-
Gray's part of it. Chet Tom Hanks' son, which has a little thing with Kim Bierman, formerly of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, formerly of Don't Be Tardy for the Party Show
Yeah.
on Bravo. Jose Canseco's daughter, which funny enough, he was on it years ago.
Yeah, I forgot her name. Josie, I think is her name or something.
One of the girls from Fifth Harmony, La Mexicanita.
Allie.
Ali
That's
Brooks.
a weird ass eclectic mix, but I'm here for it.
I'm gonna tune in and check it out and see.
I'll definitely tune in. I think it's the most real world thing I've ever seen, closest thing to real world. But going back to BET Awards real quick before we wrap up on it, Sexy Red. I can't take this bitch serious. She is so funny to me.
Me either.
She got a song like "I Love You, Babe." Like I don't even understand.
I heard it. I
Music.
performed it.
I know because she performed it. I saw a snippet and I was like, no, this can't be real. This has to be a fucking joke. The music today. Yeah, I love you, babe. You my everything. Like, what? Oh Lord. Whatever happened to good music? Frank Sinatra will be rolling in his grave. That was
But the thing is, some of this shit is catchy and catches on. Like,
it is catchy.
people who look at me, or maybe some people my age or even older, will look at me and be like, if Slut Me Out from my little NLE Choppa came on, they'll be like, really? Like, you're really into this? Like, because some people.
If I was a slut, I would date you too.
I want to fuck me too. I want to slut me too.
No, you know what? I think that Sexy Red has a big following because the songs that she makes, like She looks like a geek, a literal geek and a nerd with her glasses and stuff. But the fact that she makes music, I think the songs with Drake have her like have put her up there. But also like she's putting out music that is funny, like comical in the same token, but they're good to dance to, I guess, or like I don't
Well,
know. I'm confused.
turn that ass over. Hands
I do
on.
like that song. I ain't gonna lie. That shit is a bop.
Sometimes, like, when you wake up in the morning, I don't know about y'all out there, but like when you wake up in the morning and like you have a song stuck in your head as
An
you're waking up.
earworm. It's an earworm.
Yeah, like it's like sometimes, and that has been one of the songs that sometimes I'm waking up coming to it. It's like, and it's stuck in my head, and then I have to
There
put
are
it on.
listen. I have a speaker, the typical Dominican shit. I have a waterproof speaker in my shower. So when I take a shower, especially those long ass showers where you are washing your hair, getting exfoliating, spa time, I be blasting some sexy red. I like one of my what's the song Wave God? You could say it. What's the one that says "Get it sexy" and like boy,
Oh,
something super thick.
I've
I
heard
am
that song.
lying. I like that song. That's my shit.
I've heard it. I can't tell you the title or sing you the lyrics, but I've heard it. I've
Yo,
heard it.
that is hilarious. But yeah, I mean, BT, you know what? I'm gonna give it up to them. They did good production wise. It was good compared to like MTV VMAs, which has gone to shit.
Exactly.
I
Compared to
will give
what?
it to them. Golf claps to them.
Kudos, mama. Um, before we get into before we get into the new game, I wanted to ask because
Yeah.
something is funny because I was thinking about this. It is so crazy how sometimes you have a thought. This is why I love having like this platform because when people listen to us or whatever, it's like they could maybe relate the same way we're consumers and we listen to other shit. So I had this thought myself. Especially like when is it too early to like post a picture on a date, like when you're dating someone, right? So like let's say you're single. Let's
Uh-huh.
paint the story. You're single. When is it too early to do that whole and put whether it's a story
A launch,
or your actual post?
like a launch, basically.
Early to put like someone up on your social.
Okay, so what the kids call it nowadays is called a launch. There's two ways. A soft launch is when you post a picture or a story of a person, but you don't fully put the person's identity. You could put like an arm sitting on the dinner table or like resting on the dinner table. You could put someone's back. You could put like it's basically showing you like somebody is here, but a hard launch is like when you actually post the person. Is that what you're talking about? Like you could
Well,
see who the person is?
no, in general, like you went on a first date, like first date, second date, like you just met someone. Would you put
No,
on
it's
because
too soon.
it's fun. It's crazy because I had this thought, right? And then I'm listening to one of my favorites, The Breakfast Club, and then they had this fucking conversation. And it's crazy because I wrote this in my notes of things to talk about. And then it's like, what the fuck? They're talking about it. So I definitely wanted to bring it up. And I wanted to do it as a poll at first. But when is it too soon? Like you go on a first date. Would you be freaked out if you went on a first date and you get a text from like Fulana de Tal and like, girl, I'm following this dude, Rich, and he posted you like yeah out at dinner. What would you feel like?
I don't
What
know
would
if I would be I don't have anything to hide. Like if I'm dating around or like if we're like in a friendly basis, getting to know each other, maybe to like potentially actually seriously date, I wouldn't have an issue with it. Me personally, what I post, I like the aesthetic that I have in my social media. Will I just post someone that I don't know if I'm serious about? Not necessarily. As a friend, I could post him, but I don't know. If we're not serious, you're not getting posted.
I feel where I'm at? Like
Wait, did that happen to you?
someone posted me and like early on.
Yeah.
Mm, not that I could think of, or maybe way back in the day, but it wasn't like social media wasn't as like prominent as now, maybe Facebook. But
Yeah.
it hasn't happened to me that I could think of like recently. But even me myself, like I don't know. I wouldn't post. It depends on the person. It depends on the vibe at that moment. If that person's like, let's take a picture, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna post you, and I'm feeling them too, and it's like an eclectic, electric vibe. Because when you know, and
Yeah.
when there's like electricity on both parts, and if it matches, and it's
Yeah.
like, take a picture,
Well,
you take a
it's different now too. You can post stories, which are 24 hours. You can
exactly.
post someone on close friends.
Go for me.
Yeah, story. But
Your story.
also, you know what
You
I
ain't
just
going
found
to
out?
war,
You know
huh?
what I just found out? You can post a reel, like a video or reel on your page and select who can see it.
Oh
All your
wow.
like all your friends or whatever don't need to see it. You can choose selected people who can see it. So
A
you know
real
how they have the close friends?
regular post.
Yeah. Yeah. I
A
was
regular
like,
real. Which one? Like both?
a reel, bitch, a reel. You could literally a story you could post to your close friends, and now you can post
Yeah.
reels to your close friends also, which is like I don't know. I feel some type of way about that because it's giving MySpace top 8 where like you get to choose like the people like who are your top 8, but then at the same time you're hiding shit from other people. Me, if I don't like you or if I don't want you seeing my shit because maybe it's something you're probably a person, a coworker, or it's something that I don't want, like someone won't understand. I'll hide my story gladly, and I will be the first one to tell someone. But to like, I don't do close friends. That shit's
Yeah.
corny.
No, to me, I'm not gonna post a whole reel because reels take time to make.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, the reels for either the podcast or myself that I make for myself, they take time to make. So I'm not gonna like do the whole like selective. I'm gonna put a reel so
yeah,
everyone can see it.
exactly.
Or again, in our line of work for the podcast,
Yeah,
but to trend or whatever the case. So I'm not gonna sit there and hide things. That's what I would call pussy. And listen, it's the same thing with like deleting things. Like after you like a breakup or something, like deleting pictures
archive.
or archive. Like
I've archived
delete.
people.
I've archived some things when I look back, like a
No,
thing. So I'm not gonna sit there and delete a trace, and that goes for any ex. Like this is my thing, and I've had some people that I've kicked it with, kind of like challenge me with this, and obviously they didn't even go to the like dating to like being serious. That's why I kick it. Because um
why you
you
still have your ex posted?
exes on your keeping your exes on your page. I'm not gonna go on a deleting rampage to delete all the pictures I had with an ex because I'm not with them. I may delete some, but I'm not gonna go on a whole rampage of deleting every trace because that was a part of my life. You know what I mean? That's the type of person I am. Not everyone's the same, and I respect it. But it was a part of my life, so I'm not gonna sit there and delete everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so
So this is where me and Charlie are yin and yang because me, once we're done, we're done. I delete. What is there a Dominican expression that my dad says? Yo lo borro con cica gato. Like I basically erase them with cat shit. I don't like to have me. I feel like whether I'm cordial or friendly with an ex, I don't want to see any sort of like recuerdos or any sort of like memories that have to do with that. So I just remove it. And also like I like to keep my shit current, like up to date. I've gone as back as like 2009 or whatever and had like old ass pictures with terrible filters and I'm like, "Oh, I don't like how that looks." And I'll delete them. But as far as I've gotten a lot more private in the sense where I don't just be posting anyone now. Like before, I used to date someone that we would go out on dates and he would constantly like do candid pictures and just post it. And then I would later, when I would get home, I would see all like his posts and it would be pictures of me like eating or something while we were at dinner. And like, yes, I thought it was cute at the time. I was fucking naive, but at the same time, it was kind of like, what am I, a fucking, not a trophy, but like, why are you posting me without my consent? It's so weird. All that for nothing because we didn't last. But ultimately, I like to erase people, and also to me, I kind of see it as disrespectful if I'm like dating someone and then they can see. I don't like talking about my past relationships and why they didn't work out with my current person.
Listen, if it's plastered, like things like making out, yes. If it's like regular and it's a good picture, where I really look good in it.
Oh, this vain bitch.
I'm not deleting
Show them the Smurf. Show them the Smurf. The vain Smurf.
Since I was a little kid, since I was a little 5 gay-year-old in Puerto Rico, which
Yeah,
Vanny Smurf?
it's right
Vanny
there.
Smurf. I was always attracted to the Vanny Smurf. I was always like, I love
Bitch.
that Smurf. Listen, I'm not vain. I'm a humble dude, but I'm a little. There's a little vanity.
I look back at pictures where I'm like with an ex, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I looked my best there. So let me remove this shit. But there are some pictures. I don't know. You know what feature I love? When you put the multiple pictures, you can edit it and remove some pictures. So I learned my lesson. If I'm gonna have multiple pictures, I'm not gonna put a fucking person that I am not with the front and center picture. Maybe they'll be scattered in the later slides, and then you can edit them. You can edit to remove some of those slides.
Oh, now there's it. You could remove slides.
Yes, ma'am, Pam. You can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll be learning.
All right. Let me know after the show. Give me those details because I got
you. Next time I see you, we're gonna.
We want to remove. Let's remove. But listen. What a show we had. I love when we just go off. This was like a good flow. We just shoot the shit, and this is what right now. If you're into that celestial shit like we are, this is what Cancer season, and even right now with the new moon on Friday, it's all about flow, listening, learning, not necessarily to respond. And I took that and I'm taking that in and really applying it for myself.
Yeah.
Because listen, I'm putting my intentions. I feel good about the summer. You know me more than like and you know what some summers have meant for me lately. But like I'm this summer intentions and just even looking forward to certain things that what we're talking about. My money bag looks look, it's just everything is. I just feel good, and it's just. I'm gonna listen to everything, all my readings, all the things I'm learning, all the things we take in. You know what thing we be sending shit to each other. And if you follow us on the IG Inner Circle podcast, we be sharing it on our stories and stuff. Definitely follow us on our IG. But before you take us out, before we go out, this is a quick game.
Since tomorrow is 4th of July, and we've had some great times with our 4th of July. I want to play this or that 4th of July version. Okay, stars or stripes?
Stars.
Red or blue?
Red.
I like blue. Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburger.
Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Baseball or football?
Baseball.
Good, because we're going to games. Ice cream or popsicles?
Ice cream.
Fireworks or parades?
Fireworks.
And your dog, is he okay with the fireworks?
I listen. I've been blessed. My little gizmo does not get bothered by the fireworks.
You don't give a fuck. Okay. Sparklers or smoke bombs?
Sparklers.
Backyard or beach? Beach. Cookout or picnic?
Oh, picnic.
I like a picnic, but I love a cookout. Don't get me wrong. Travel or stay home?
If someone else is cooking and you don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah.
But a picnic is minimal.
Oh, you need assistance with buying things? Gladly, but for me to be executing and
Yeah.
being on the grill.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Call me old fashioned, but I think grilling is a man's job. I'm not doing the heavy
Oh,
lifting.
whatever. I'm not agreeing with that one. You
Whatever.
want to go ahead?
Flip flops or barefoot.
Flip flops.
Water guns or water balloons. Balloons, bitch. Fucking
Wow.
toma.
Yeah, I love it.
Macaroni salad or potato salad.
Potato salad.
I like macaroni salad. Last one, fruit salad or watermelon.
Watermelon.
Hmm, okay. Not too shabby. What do you have a favorite 4th of July memory? Doesn't have to be with like
Honestly,
together.
no, but honestly,
We've had great times when we went camping. I mean, given the
I was gonna
circumstances.
say, I know, for real, for real. I was gonna say the closest memory, and I could say honestly, maybe because I'm really old, I can think back. But honestly, the closest memory, and I would say this, and honestly, is when we went camping together. Seriously, in Virginia.
Virginia
Even
Beach.
yeah,
I thought
you can
it was
never.
fun. I would definitely go camping again.
Yeah,
Choose people wisely. But
it was
my
still
favorite, my
the
favorite,
other people there were cool. We're
yeah.
not gonna. Maybe you see, yeah, you know who I'm talking. Yeah, go ahead.
I no, I feel like we needed to have more of a like a fierce vibe, and it wasn't fierce at all. One time, like one of my favorite memories is when we did like a gay bar crawl, and with my boyfriend at the time, and we
Yes.
took him. We hazed him by going to from gay club to gay bar to everything, and like he was a
Yeah.
trooper. Shout
Yep.
out to him.
I
But
remember that in July too. That was that was a
yeah,
different. Yeah, that was a cool 4th of July too. I remember that.
and another 4th of July, we've always like celebrated it at like boxers or something like.
Really?
And then that time in Harlem,
Wait,
mhm,
what time? Wait,
Angel of Harlem.
that was the 4th of July.
I could have sworn it was. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, that was Pride. Just kidding. But
But then the 4th of July that we had that was bad, right? Didn't we go to the beach?
I
Wasn't
think
that
so. Yeah. So needless to say, folks, we've had tumultuous ups and downs with different
not a lot of
holidays.
downs? Not a lot of downs.
No, just a
Some
sprinkle of
downs,
downs.
but a lot of ups.
We had a lot of ups. But yeah, I think I would love to celebrate 4th of July outside of America. Happy birthday, America, but I don't want to be here.
That's a good thing for next year.
Yeah.
Happy
Put
birthday
that
from
shit
afar.
in yeah, from afar, from the Caribbean or something. Put that shit in writing.
All right, and let's manifest it and throw it out to the universe. And this is why we have this podcast, so the universe can hear it even louder over
Yep.
and over again. Next year, out of America. Happy birthday from afar, bitch.
'Cause,
Sorry, I can't make it this year. And with that,
so outside my neighborhood, they already started with the fireworks and they're already like grilling. They,
oh, real quick before we go, I'm surprised this year. I don't know what's going on with the fireworks. Maybe they went up way more. People can afford it. I don't know what's going on. But I no seriously, I haven't. They start like doing it days early. I
yeah,
haven't heard. I haven't heard them
maybe
around
they're on their way from Pennsylvania and bringing them in or something.
even right now. I haven't heard them. It's 4th of July Eve, and you would think.
I've been hearing them since Monday, but I
Well,
don't mind it.
I'm surprised you haven't been hearing them since last week.
Oh, that's crazy.
Lived
No.
in the Heights. When I lived in the Heights, I heard them like the last 2 weeks of June. They started.
Bitch.
I,
Well, I'm not.
yeah.
Luckily, I'm not in the heart of the heights. And what is a little further up.
um, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had a blast with us, listening, hanging out with us on this 4th of July day, weekend. Make sure to tune in. We have some great guests coming up this month to look forward to. Tune in next week every Wednesday. As you guys know, we don't miss a beat. An episode drop at 8 p.m. live on YouTube, Facebook, and streaming the very next day on all your favorite streaming platforms, wherever you listen to your favorite music and podcasts. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. Adios.
Go Brazil.
Wahoo! Where my nephew from? Shout out to my nephew. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.